Good morning. Today is Monday, December 9th, 2024. Stocks were mixed during the first trading week of December. Technology stocks led, while the widely followed Dow Jones Industrial Average struggled. Life is too short to worry about what the next headline could do to your life savings. Hi, my name is Eric Hagan, and I keep my thumb on the pulse of the economy and the markets so my clients can focus on the things that are actually important to them. Thank you for joining me the next few minutes on today's weekly economic video update. The tech-heavy NASDAQ Composite Index picked up 3.34%, while the Dow Jones Industrial Average lost 0.6%. The Standard & Poor's 500 Index added 0.96%, and the MSCI EAFE Index, which tracks developed overseas stock markets, gained 1.46%. The 10-year Treasury bond yield came down again last week to 4.15%. This is a 6.11% drop from a month ago. We will continue to watch this trend take shape, and we'll see, of course, if it continues. Remember, as yields fall, bond values rise. The S&P and NASDAQ rallied to start the week, closing at record highs Monday and Tuesday. The Dow fell on both days. During a conference speech, Fed Governor Christopher Waller said that he supports a rate adjustment in December for now, which seemed to add momentum to the S&P's and NASDAQ's gains. Tech shares continued to propel stock gains midweek on the strength of a few better than expected third quarter reports. On Friday, the S&P and NASDAQ hit new record highs following the November jobs report. Both notched their third consecutive winning week. By contrast, the Dow was down 4 of the 5 trading days last week, ending the week in the red after 2 back-to-back weekly gains. After 2 hurricanes and an aircraft maker strike weighed on the labor market in October, the November jobs report released Friday gave investors what they were looking for: confirmation that the October update was an anomaly. While November payrolls topped expectations, investors believed the hotter than expected report would not influence the Fed's upcoming decision regarding short-term interest rates. The Fed's scheduled 2-day meeting ends on December 18th. Looking ahead at this week, the key economic data that we will be keeping our eye on begins tomorrow. We get a look at productivity and costs. Then on Wednesday, we get a look at that Consumer Price Index, or CPI. We also see the 10-year Treasury note auction and a statement from the Treasury. On Thursday, we get a look at weekly jobless claims and the Producer Price Index, or PPI. We also get a look at the Fed balance sheet. And then wrapping up the week on Friday, we get a look at import and export prices. At CCG, we primarily invest in individual stocks, cutting out the many hidden costs that can be found in today's investment products. This week, the following companies are expected to report earnings, and we will be keeping an eye on them. To learn more about our low-cost, fully transparent, and personalized approach to investing in individual stocks, and to see the exact individual stocks that we are invested in, you can visit smartmixportfolios.com. Then at 2 p.m. today, I will be sending out our full update for the week. This update includes more than what I talk about here on Monday mornings, including our very popular weekly tax tip. This week's tax tip is to beware of fake charity scams. It is the season, and there are so many scams out there. One of the most heartless is taking advantage of people who want to give money to a legitimate charity, especially after a tragedy or a disaster. Scammers can set up fake organizations to take advantage of people's generosity. These scams are usually over the phone, and while the organization may sound legitimate, the person on the other end might demand a donation immediately. Remember, a charity will happily receive a donation anytime, so you should never feel pressured. In this week's tax tip, we look at how you can research legitimate charities, and we also look at a tax benefit that you may be eligible for if you unfortunately find yourself a victim. Again, this email and everything with it goes out at 2 p.m. Central Time. So if you're not getting this email and you would like it, you may subscribe at www.investwithccg.com. Hey, this is Eric again. That's it for today. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave. Here at Capital Consulting Group, we provide personal wealth planning and fiduciary investment management solutions for individuals, couples, and families. To learn how to see your entire financial situation, both today as well as every year into the future, go to clearfinancialfuture.com and watch the short 2-minute video. To learn how we give our clients' life savings the attention it deserves and to see how we're doing, visit smartmixportfolios.com. And lastly, if you'd like help investing your 401k at work, visit me over at 401kinvestmentpros.com. Thank you again for your time today. I'll look for you next week.